From dynamic duos to colossal coalitions, we've scoured the multiverse to bring you the top 10 best superhero team-ups of all time. But before we leap into action, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and let's get into it. Starting off with our number 1. Nick Fury, the government's loyal servant, often adheres to a strict by-the-book approach. On the flip side, Wolverine has a tendency to raise eyebrows or those iconic adamantium claws at figures of authority. Picture them as battle-hardened comrades, like those old war buddies who've weathered numerous close calls together. Wolverine, a grizzled veteran of nearly every major conflict, and Nick Fury, no stranger to the battlefield either. But what makes their dynamic truly sizzling are their contrasting personas. Now, if you're eager to witness this unlikely duo in action, look no further than the Scorpio trilogy. This story unfolds as a criminal from Nick Fury's past resurfaces, suddenly put into the spotlight as the prime suspect of a murder case involved with Wolverine's own history. Trust me, it's a page-turner that's well worth your time. Let's swing into the history of Spider-Man's tight-knit bond with the Fantastic Four in our number 2. Way back in the late 60s, Spidey actually had a shot at joining the Fantastic Four, and this pivotal moment unfolded in The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 3. Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four laid the foundation for a friendship that has endured through the ages. However, it's Spider-Man's connection with the hot-headed Human Torch, aka Johnny Storm, that truly takes the spotlight. Spidey and Johnny, both roughly the same age, were the epitome of immaturity and pure annoyance. The hilarity of their banter and epic pranks on each other is legendary. It's like a brotherly bond with a dash of friendly rivalry thrown in, but it's their shared similarities that make their partnership a true success. Moving on with our number 3. Who would have guessed that the Blue Beetle and the superhero from the future, Booster Gold, would make for such an iconic team-up? These two heroes are without a doubt the best of pals in the superhero world. In many ways, Blue Beetle and Booster Gold can be seen as DC's equivalent to Spider-Man and Human Torch, but with an even deeper bond. But in the 80s, both of these heroes were integral members of the Justice League and the Justice League International. And for many readers, Booster and Blue Beetle were the absolute highlight of the series. While both Blue Beetle and Booster Gold have had their own solo comic series, it's almost impossible to think of one without the other. Some of their most memorable moments and compelling stories happen when they team up. Now, it's worth noting that we're yet to see a live-action portrayal of these two in action, but with the ever-increasing popularity of superhero movies and TV projects, it's only a matter of time before we get to witness their dynamic on the big screen. Swinging into our number 4. In the 70s, Marvel embarked on an experiment where they took the two struggling comic titles, Luke Cage, Hero for Hire, and Iron Fist, and merged them into an electrifying duo known as Power Man and Iron Fist. And it was a gamble that paid off handsomely, as the new series quickly gained popularity and went on an impressive run of 76 issues. At first glance, Luke Cage and Iron Fist appeared to have little in common, but as time passed, they forged a deep and genuine friendship for one another. Their partnership led them to open a unique business as Heroes for Hire. Power Man and Iron Fist have since become icons, remembered fondly as one of the most standout superhero team-ups to emerge from the 70s, and we all know there was a lot of those. Put your shields up for number 5, Captain America and the Winter Soldier, a dynamic duo. Cap could have teamed up with any other, but it's his history with his old friend Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier, that cements their spot on this list. In the world of comics, Captain America takes on the role of the hero who mentors and fights alongside his younger sidekick. The movies put a slight spin on this, but they still delivered an outstanding backstory for Bucky. But what truly elevates this duo is the unwavering strength of their friendship. They never give up on each other, even when the world has given up on them. Just look at Captain America Civil War, and you'll witness the extraordinary lengths Cap is willing to go in order to rescue his dear friend. It's a testament to the enduring power of their bond, making Captain America and the Winter Soldier an unforgettable partnership in the world of superheroes. Watch your mouth with this number 6. Now here's a team-up that might have seemed like it occurred purely by chance, perhaps stemming from one of the shared roots in the pages of X-Force and New Mutants. Yet, this odd pairing turned out to be a stroke of genius, and fans have been reveling in the antics of this dynamic duo ever since. Deadpool, the foul-mouthed, certifiably crazy nutjob who has a knack for getting on just about everyone's nerves. And then there's Cable, the no-nonsense time traveler with an unwavering commitment to forging a better tomorrow for all. Together, they can be as crude and violent as it gets, yet beneath the surface, they're a surprising layer of care and empathy. What's truly intriguing is the unspoken bond that links these two characters. Something is hard to put into words. They often drive each other absolutely bonkers, yet Cable consistently recognizes the inherent value of having Deadpool on his side. And on the flip side, Deadpool, in his own twisted way, displays genuine affection for Cable. He cares for his buddy, and well, he annoys him because he cares. Or something like that. Hold out your ring for number 7. When it comes to iconic team-ups, it's hard to beat the classic pair of The Flash and Green Lantern. Over the years, these two heroes have proven time and again why their partnership is a fan favorite, even though they've both passed the torch to other individuals at different times. On the surface, Barry and Hal couldn't be more different. Barry is the scientific, calm, and collected type, known for his analytical mind that sometimes avoids impulsive actions. On the other hand, Hal is a cocky, thrill-seeking pilot who often charges headlong into danger without a second thought. Naturally, their initial interactions rubbed each other the wrong way. It took a few missions and hours spent side by side for the Flash and Green Lantern to truly understand and confide in one another. As the years rolled on, they shared not only battles against supervillains, but also laughs and discussions about their personal lives and relationship troubles. These moments of camaraderie added depth to their partnership, making them not just a crime-fighting duo, but genuine friends who could lean on each other. Get your masks on with number 8. SpiderMan and Daredevil, the two street-level superheroes of New York. With numerous comic stories featuring this dynamic duo and even some memorable episodes in the 90s Spider-Man TV show guest starring Daredevil, their partnership is one that fans have cherished. Although Peter Parker and Matt Murdock have similar crime-fighting methods, their personalities couldn't be more different. Daredevil has endured more than his fair share of trials and tribulations, arguably more than any other Marvel hero. Spidey, on the other hand, looks up to the old hornhead, but sometimes finds Daredevil a tad too stern for his liking. In 2011, writer Mark Waid took up the helm of Daredevil and gave the Man Without Fear a fresh, more positive outlook on life. Since then, Daredevil and Spider-Man have shared many lighthearted moments, even finding themselves competing for the affections of Black Cat, Spider-Man's longtime crush. The granddaddy of all superhero team-ups, our number 9, the one that never fails to get fans' hearts racing. Superman and Batman. These two iconic characters have joined forces countless times, and it's a pairing that never seems to lose its appeal. With both heroes boasting such massive fan bases, it's almost a given that they'd come together to save the day. Superman and Batman have shared the spotlight and a title of their own on 3 separate occasions, not to mention a slew of thrilling miniseries. As a cliche as it might sound, Superman and Batman are indeed like yin and yang, embodying the light and dark of the superhero world. Superman, the unwavering champion of hope, truth, and justice, stands in stark contrast to Batman, the nocturnal vigilante, restless in his mission to eradicate crime through whatever means necessary. Their unique dynamic is the stuff of comic book legends. Ending off our list with number 10, Captain America and Wolverine. Two characters often depicted as fellow World War II veterans due to their unique circumstances. Cap's history involves being frozen in ice for decades, while Wolverine possesses an extended lifespan, which keeps them connected through the years. Yet, on the surface, they couldn't be more different. Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, is the embodiment of the clean-cut all-American Boy Scout, unwavering in his commitment to a clear moral code. On the other hand, Wolverine is a scrappy, short-tempered Canadian known for his colorful language, grappling with PTSD and memory loss. He has a penchant for violence and carries a heavy burden of regret. Superficially, they're polar opposites. However, when these two cross paths, their shared impulse to help others always shines through, transcending their surface differences. The fact that they were both subjects of experimentation within the same program provides a common thread that binds them. This makes Captain America and Wolverine a captivating duo. So remember, heroes are made by the choices they make, and by choosing to be a part of our incredible community, you're making a heroic choice. If you've enjoyed this epic countdown and want to stay in the loop for more thrilling comic book content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Your support keeps us going. Stay tuned for more exciting content and epic team-ups, and of course, the true power of comics.